Hiya YouTube, how's it going? Today we're tackling the world of video games, more specifically, capitalism. On March 20th, Nintendo released to the public one of the most hyped and anticipated game for the Nintendo Switch, Animal Crossing New Horizons, and we're going to take a look at it right now. Welcome to Gamer's Impression. This is a series where we judge a game by its cover. This is not a review of Animal Crossing New Horizons, but an impression of the game from someone who hasn't played it but has been binging it all week on YouTube. Think of it more like a movie review, but for video games. Alright, let's get into it, before Tom Nook charges us more bells for overtime. Waited 8 years after New Leaf to get another mainline entry to the beloved Animal Crossing franchise, and once again, Nintendo refuses to disappoint. Animal Crossing New Horizons is a fun, interactive title that couldn't have arrived at a better time, during quarantine around the world, that is. When Nintendo released Animal Crossing New Horizons to the world, we all collectively bought, played, and loved this game. Well, I didn't, but that's the reason for this series. Animal Crossing New Horizons sends players to a tropical island owned by the one and only Tom Steal Your Bells Nook. And oh boy, does he do exactly that. Either Tom Nook is a well-placed Nintendoized metaphor on capitalism and housing prices in the current real estate market, or he's just a globally accepted thief. Either way, Animal Crossing New Horizons adds so much to the already fun formula of New Leaf, and as the days continue, Nintendo seemingly is adding more and more to this game. But enough of me babbling, let's dive right in.
Thanks to crafting, even weeds have their uses.
Let's talk visuals. This may come as an exaggeration or maybe just an unpopular opinion, but New Horizons is the best looking Animal Crossing game to date. Being the first homemade console Animal Crossing game in 12 years after City Folks on the Wii in 2008, New Horizons' bells and whistles chime loudly on the Nintendo Switch. The color palettes are shown brightly, with each shade of green and blues blending fantastically to make each frame picture perfect. The charm of the characters, environment, and fauna offer such glorious blend that, despite some issues with anti-aliasing and rough edges, they are hardly ever noticed. This could be a result of the Nintendo Switch more powerful hardware over the Wii and the 3DS, and also the plethora of skills the developers have. The environment changes often that you hardly ever get bored of your island, and with the range of natural to cartoonish color palette, New Horizons brandishes that picture-perfect feel that never fades. Animal Crossing New Horizons looks fantastic. This is a result of many factors, but all of them come together to deliver one of the best looking titles on the Nintendo Switch. What about gameplay? New Horizons features some old and beloved mechanics returning and adds so much more new and interesting gameplay features that shows the talent and creative endlessness of the game developers. Player can fish for, well, fish, catching a new range of new and old scalies to the franchise. You can do the typical planting, harvesting, building, farming, rearing, and expanding your island with new visitors and members. There's a wide range of characters to interact with, and each season offers new opportunities to find new characters. Returning characters like Isabelle also makes an appearance as you progress through the game, a nice introduction to the past and present. Designing your island is tedious, but rewarding, and it's really up to you to decide what, when, and where things go, as long as you have the Nook bells to support. Every upgrade you make to your home or island takes money, but it's all a part of that Tom Nook experience. The game is real-time, and events often occur relevant to the current time on your Switch, so be aware of that. There's a museum run by your owl friend Blathers, where whatever fossil, bugs, fish, or life form you find in the world can be displayed in your museum designed to your liking. You can show them off to your friends and other visitors to your island that you allow. The multiplayer aspect of the game is minimal but effective. There are many online communities on social media and other platforms just offering opportunities to buy items that rotate in the shops on their islands. Obviously, Animal Crossing has always been about customization, and New Horizons offer that and much more. You can customize your look, skin tone, etc., and you can get new items using only in-game currencies such as Nook Miles and Bells, which are earned by completing various tasks in the game's world. Overall, these are just some of the few fun things you experience within this new entry to one of Nintendo's biggest franchise. Recently, Nintendo just offered a free summer expansion that introduced new mechanics such as swimming, diving, and more. This game is packed with content, and Nintendo isn't seemingly stopping with the content updates anytime soon. Let's talk story. So, Animal Crossing has never really been about an interesting or engaging narrative, but what it offers is plausible. You start the game by receiving entry into your desired island via Tom Nook Industries. After signing up for your getaway package, you are introduced to Timmy and Tommy, which are basically Tom Nook's kids. Really weird. The game never seems to, mention that, but it's weird. Once you're on the island, you receive a nice kumbaya moment and it's off to building, designing, and crafting you go. There really isn't much to it, and there doesn't need to be. For many years, we've accepted that Mario is a mushroom addict looking for his Princess Peach, and we've just accepted that we like giving money to Tom Nook on building virtual houses on islands because the real world sucks. No story, just capitalism.
Axe. We're going to need some materials, like branches and stones. Then we'll head to Resident Services and use the workbench. Nicely done. You can use the tools you craft to acquire new materials, like this.
So, we just have a nice little look at Animal Crossing New Horizons on Nintendo Switch. A fun and engaging game that doesn't try too hard at anything, but is relaxing and fun to just kick back, play, and enjoy. Well, until Tom Nook charges you hundreds of thousands of bells just to add a room to your trash-looking house. That may or may not frustrate you. Goddamn, I did. So, don't forget to drop a smash on the like button if you enjoyed my presentation, and leave a comment if you have something to add. Feedback is always welcome, and I'll see you next time. Bye, YouTube!